In the previous tutorial, I gave you an overview of the module manager in Joomla, and we placed the login form module in the sidebar A position in this template. In this tutorial, I want to show you how to create a custom HTML module to put a custom image in the site. But before we do that, we're actually going to clean up any modules we don't need by returning to the back end and opening up our module manager in the main menu, or by selecting Module Manager in our toolbar. Before we create a new module, remember we have 7 unpublished modules here in the Module Manager, and I want to throw these in the trash. So I'll select all of the modules, but I'll make sure that I deselect the login form because I'd still like it to appear on the front end of the site. With those modules selected, I'll click on the trash button in the toolbar, and they're still actually in the site, I just can't view them here. To create a new module, I first want to select a module position. So I'll open up the CloudBase 3 template to look at the available positions. I want to use a position like the full width position that stretches the entirety of the template. Once I've selected the position I'd like to use, I'll return to the back end of the site, and in the Module Manager I'll click on the New button to create the module. And there are many types of core modules to pick from, but the only module that will allow you to customize text and images is the Custom HTML module. So I'll select that option, and just like with our articles and categories, I'll have to pay attention to the asterisks. I'll create a title for this module, and then in my JCE editor I'll use the very small picture frame icon to select an image from my computer. Inside the image manager for the JCE, I can click on the upload button to browse my computer for an image. I'll click on browse here, and the image I'm going to select has already been resized for my Joomla site. Remember, Joomla isn't an image editing software. I'll select the image here and then click on Upload to upload that to my Media Manager. It will appear with the other image files I have, but remember, I still need to click on the image name so the properties and preview windows are complete above. I'll click on the Insert button to see a preview of the image in my editor, and the last step is to make sure I select the correct position. When selecting a template position, I want to make sure I choose the position for the CloudBase 3 template. So below CloudBase 3 here, I'll find the full width position and select it. Before we save this module, it's important to note that you can click on the Menu Assignment tab to assign modules to specific pages. This module is on all pages, and I only have one page at this point. I'll cover this feature a little bit more in a later tutorial. For now, let's go ahead and save this module, and we can return to the front end of our site and refresh the page. We'll see that the full width custom HTML module that I created has been added to our home page. And I didn't mention this in a previous tutorial, but this is a responsive template, which means that my content will respond to the browser that it's being viewed on. If I minimize this screen, you'll see that all of my content responds to fit it. This is like a smartphone, for instance, or expanding this a little bit, this is how my content would look on a small tablet. It still looks pretty good. I'll show you how to create different module types in further tutorials in this series, and in the next tutorial I'll show you how to create additional content to your site by adding a featured article menu item type.